It is late afternoon. While Mancarias lies in a wooden bed, he sees the shadow of trees moving in the walls. Thinking it was already dusk, he could already hear his wife's chicken stomping. A moment later, Mancarias heard the seemingly chasing feet of running chicks, hens, and roosters. He saw his wife, Aling Asyang, sitting while holding and sifting a basket of corn in her arms. It has been a habit for them to feed the chickens before dinner. Aling Asyang threw the pig away because it had already been fed, yet it was still eating the corn that was sprinkled only for the chickens.
Later on, Mancarias heard the continuous barking of Sagani. From that moment, he knew who the dog was chasing. It's their old age Carabao, named Bugante, who came home from release. The dog and the Carabao are each other's greatest enemies.
Mancarias compared himself to the Carabao. They are both old, but they are very different from each other. Bugante was free while he was always laying down on that bed, eager to get up, to get down. Mancarias hasn't visited the farm for a long time, but it's just close to them. If he would look, he could see it. At night, he heard a noise of tractor threshing the harvest of his neighbors. Mancarias is secretly jealous of them. If he hadn't perhaps neglected the field, he would have been one of the happiest farmers, counting boxes of rice.
Your son is coming, Carias. Paul passed by earlier and told me he'll arrive later in the night.
Tonight, you have to buy some food in the market for our dinner later, and prepare our son something to eat when he arrives.
Mancarias sighed deeply distressed. He hoped that his dreams of getting his son out of the farm would come true. Intruding into his consciousness, he wants his son to help him with plowing in the field sometimes. He recalled something he said when he was together with his son while plowing the fields.
Kiel, son, please study hard. Despite our difficulties, your mother and I will support you. You are not meant to be here in the field, Kiel. Plowing is not like that. The grip needs to be flat because once you put the wrong emphasis, the shovel will break.
Your old dad. Leave the work to me in the field. He needs to rest.
You don't understand me, son. Look at me. How many years have I been a slave to the plow? Look at my hand, a colored fire. I am a farmer, Kiel. The only reason I enjoy working on the farm is because I am destined for it. You have to study so that you don't have endured the hardship I'm going through, so that your future will be better. Work hard, son, and through this field, your mother and I will do this for you. We are happy to see you free at the helm of plowing.
Kiel didn't say a word when Mancarias told him that. Mancarias knows that his son had a hard time being in a farmer's life, but Kiel has all the qualities to invest in success. He was not afraid that Kiel would fail. When Kiel once came home, Mancarias was so happy when he told him about the effort that he was making to study. His heart was proud. Now he has the right to be proud of the village. He already has an educated child.
Kiel will come later tonight. Mancarias is very happy laying on his wooden bed. He will finally be able to break the chain that binds the father and son to the farm. His eyes wandered to the farm. In the spreading darkness, he could still see the mango trees swaying in the middle of the field. Mancarias smiled. He will also farm to free his son. Working on the saddle came to his mind. Under the rain and the light of lightning, he is plowing and harrowing the cultivated mud.
During the harvest season, even his lips seems to be exposed to the intensity of the sunlight. The life of a farmer is a sacrifice, an endless sacrifice. There is a time when the earth is thirsty. There is a time of great aridity. There are times when there are many cracks due to scarcity in the field. Mancarias experienced all that. Those experiences were imprinted on the width of his seemingly ginger feet, on the mud of his sore legs, and on the thickening of two of his palms. In an effort to improve the field of the child's education, Mancarias' relationship with the farmland became even closer. The farm became a part of Mancarias' life, and he eventually claimed it. When Mancarias once plowed, the rice trees, a heavy rain hit him. And that's where his illness began.
I'm just looking, Asha, at our farm.
Come and eat now, Karyas. How do you feel?
My body seems to be gaining weight, Asha.
Because you're always getting up. Come on and finish it.
Mang Karyas ate silently. He had no appetite. He just insists on eating the perch and the soft roasted fish.
As soon as I recover, I will go around the whole village and shout that our son has graduated, Asham. When I recover, Kiel, and I will go around and see if they don't admire us.
They were in such a conversation when they heard the dog barking. Sagani will not bark if he knows who is entering.
Father! Mother!
They both heard Kiel's voice. Aling Ashang hurried to meet his son. At that time, the pain that Mang Karyas felt in his back was gone. Kiel has arrived. There's this new energy flowing through the veins of Mang Karyas. It seems that he suddenly regained consciousness.
Father, how are you?
When Kiel climbed up to see his father, his vision seemed to rise even higher. Kiel's body was bulging, his arms were strong, and Mang Karyas' fatherly heart was very happy. Kiel said as he put his hands on his father's forehead. Mang Karyas felt a big palm when his son took his hand, but he ignored that because Kiel's finally here.
Look, I'm feeling well already. Let's go. I'll show you around. I'll show you to my friends that my son has graduated. Kiel will tour the entire village and they will praise Kiel. Oh, how proud I am.
Mang Karyas saw a tight smile on his son's face, and he just felt Kiel squeezing his palm happily.
I'm sorry, Father. I have disobeyed you.
Mang Karyas was shocked. The child's face reflected what he meant.
I tried to follow it, Dad, the course you suggested, but I couldn't continue. I took agriculture, Father, in Los Baños, but I moved to Manila to fulfill my course again, because I heard they have good schools that can give me a better education.
You disobeyed me, Kiel. You disobeyed me and your mother. In poverty, we tried to educate you in order to keep you away from the farm. I don't want you to be a farmer. Farming, Kiel, is a lifelong sacrifice. The field I used to farm that I inherited from your ancestors who died. We are seeds planted in the field. It's just my wish that you can't take root in the field. So your mother and I are teaching you. You let us down, Kiel.
If I followed you, I would not be considered your child. Father, let me explain. Our current situation is grave. It is at risk. Human activities have affected our ecosystem. I wanted to help by taking the agriculture course in order to keep our surroundings and the atmosphere from inflicting an excessive amount of pollution due to the human activities that destroyed it. That's why I came here to the farm. I need to help lessen the matters which have destroyed our planet and help the world to become a better place. Not only did I take this course for the sake of my family, but for the sake of our planet that we live on and rely on.
Mang Karyas felt the child squeeze his hand. Unbeknownst to him, tears rolled down his wrinkled cheeks. He turned to the window to hide it from his child. The light of the rising moon is silenced in their field. The light is rich, but their land is barren and arid.
You're old, Dad. As my ancestors did, I'm asking you to let me work in the fields. I will make you proud, Dad.
And Mang Karyas hugged his child. The seed of happiness sprouted again in his heart. That happiness is a fertile.
The farming I am learning is not like the farming we are doing here today, Dad. That is farming the root of development.
Kiel continued talking while Mang Karyas listened. The mango tree was swaying in the blue moonlight when Mang Karyas and Kiel looked at their farm.